Okay, welcome back to Wednesdays with Will. I'm here with Emily, and she's going to tell you about the day.
So today we're going to be doing an updated organ tour from the updates that we've made to the organ in our previous year here. If you want to see the previous organ tour of everything else, I'll link it down in our bio.
All right, so y'all will remember we added an antiphonal pipes. We used to have an antiphonal division, but it was all digital, played through speakers, and so we've added pipes. And we're going to show you some of those pipes in a little bit. But the antiphonal, we got a set of stops up here and over on this side that plays our antiphonal. And let me get that set. And so that plays from the back, and that's the big part of what we added to the organ. But then in each of our other divisions, we have the receipt, which is over here on the right side of the, as you're looking out of the congregation, it's on the right side back in a chamber. And in the receipt, we used to have a unified trumpet clarion, which meant each rank plays 61 pipes. And so 8-foot trumpet and the 4-foot clarion shared a bunch of pipes. So the trumpet would play the bottom 61 pipe. There were 73 pipes, and the trumpet would play the bottom 61, and the clarion would play the upper 61. So we decided to add another set of pipes and break those out to where they're not unified, they're individual, and it gives the organist a better range of stuff they can do. That was really about it that we added to the receipt. The center section is called the great or the grand organ, and we took away 4-foot. Our furniture 4. We took it out because we used it in the back, and we put in a new furniture 4, and then we added a cymbal 3. And those are over here. They're used in our foundation, and you can build that up, and that's what, you're going to hear those a lot, playing the basics of the hymn. They give you that good foundation to help people sing. We also, we rearranged some stuff back there. We moved our lowest pipes, they're 32 foot. We don't have room for a 32-foot pipe in our sanctuary or the money to buy one. So a lot of those, when you get to the really bigger ones, are digital. And so like we have a 32-foot pipe here. I don't know if you can hear that on the video, but we can play some more, add some more of them. And we did some, we moved the speaker more out of a hole so that it would fill the room with the motion of that air better. And then we added another big speaker in the back. And so actually one of the ranks, it plays from both the back and the front when you pull that stop. And so it really gives you that surround feeling of that low, deep bass. So we move from the grand over into the positive, which is on the left side as you're looking out of the congregation. And we made quite a few changes in it. Let me find it here. I don't play it all the time, so golly, I can't read it either. But it's up here. So this was our big tuba. No, never mind. I'll find it. Oh, our tuba. It's a really big sound, and it used to sit right up next to the screen here where all the sound came out. And so it kind of overpowered the sanctuary. We shifted around to the back behind this wall behind us, and that really helped soften it a little bit. But it also gave us room to add some more instruments. We added our French horn, and that's let me get it just. It's a really nice solo instrument that we can play. And also, we added a gamba. It's a kind of a soft instrument. It's considered as a string instrument, and a gamba celeste. And those are basically the same instrument, except the celeste is tuned just a little bit sharp, so that you get, when you play them both together, you get a really nice sound. It has a little wave in there, and gives some great variance to it. But to add all these, we had to rearrange all the stops on the organ console here. But they did a great job of getting everything fit in. And so now we're going to go look in some of the chambers and check out some of the pipes. All right, so here we are. We're back in one of the antiphonal chambers. This side has our foundation pipes in it. We have these front 4 rows of pipes are the Forniture 4. So anytime you play a note, it plays 4 pipes at once. You don't have to pull out another stop to play 4 pipes. It's just, and so it gives kind of a foundation. The next 2 rows of pipes are our 8-foot mantra. And you say, well, what does that mean, 8 foot? 8 foot describes the length of the lowest pipe. So the lowest pipe in this rank is 8 foot tall. And you look at this, and I'm sitting next to it, and you're saying, that's not 8 foot. I'm like, well, no, it's not. But the pipes that complete this rank are in the facade pipes here. And if you look at the back of the facade pipes are both decorative, but they also have to play. And sometimes the height that you need them to be to fit in the case and make it look pretty doesn't match the height that they speak at. And so in the back of each of the facade pipes, they cut holes, and the height of that hole defines the speaking height of the pipe. And so over here we've got some 8-foot pipes that finish out that rank. And then also some of them finish out the next set, which is the next 2 rows back here, is the 4-foot Preston. So clearly none of these are 4 foot tall either, so some of those are in the facade also. But these pipes together put together the foundation for our antiphonal division. And now we're going to move over to the other side of the antiphonal and take a look at those pipes. So here we're underneath the pipe chamber that we were just in, and what we have down here, the big box in the back is the reservoir, and it's exactly what it says. It's a reservoir for the air, and it's spring-loaded to adjust the pressure, and so that the air is pumped into there by a blower, and then it goes out of there up into the wind chest to provide the wind for the pipes. Right next to it is kind of the brains of the organ. It's all digitally controlled, and so we send the signal back to here, and then it sends the signal out to the pipes, and then the amplifiers also for our speakers, because as we said earlier, some of our ranks are digital because it gives us a much more complete organ without the cost or the cost in room space. So we'll move on over to the other side. Okay, so now we're in the other side of our antiphonal division, and in this side we start this front row of pipes is our cornet 3. It's another part of the foundation pipes, and it plays two pipes at once when you play it. Behind that, our next one is the cornea di Cassio. Okay, so this is a cornea di Cassio. It's a reed pipe. There's basically 2 types of pipes. There's a reed pipe and a flue pipe, F-L-U-E. So the reed pipe is a lot like a clarinet. It has a reed down here that's on the shallot, and then the tuning wire here we hammer that up or down to adjust the length of the reed, and that adjusts the pitch of the pipe. So, so that's a reed pipe. Let me grab one of our other pipes. Just a second. This is the flute boucher. It's a flue pipe, and so basically the wind comes in here and it blows out here just like a whistle. But this is a unique pipe. It's the only one we have like it. It's a double mouth pipe, so it's got a mouth on this side and this side. It is a stoppered pipe, so the stopper allows you to get twice as much pipe for the same height. So a 4-foot tall pipe is the same with a stopper in it, is the same as an 8-foot tall pipe. But the unique feature is the double mouth that we have on this one. And now I'll show you. This right here is a standard flue pipe, and they make them in different shapes and sizes so that they get different tones out of them. Basically, it's like a big whistle. The wind comes in the bottom, and there's a mouth here that's got the sharp edge that whistles. And then it's tuned by adjusting the height of the pipe with this collar on top. So we can hammer that up or down. If we hammer it up, the pipe gets lower. If we hammer it down, the pipe, because the pipe gets shorter, it gets to a higher pitch. Our next one behind there is the flute magique, and then we got another flute, the flute pavilion behind it. So we got a number of flutes over here, and those are all flue pipes. So let me pull another one out, and we can look. And so the wind comes in the bottom. This is just like a standard whistle, except they're all tuned and they play a different. All the pipes. As a pipe gets longer, the tone gets lower, and the little short pipes give us our highest tones, and so that's all the pipes we've had back here. We added 12 ranks back here in the back, and then there's some digital. We already had some digital, and we were able to add some, and really have we basically have a complete organ here in the back. You could play a hymn just with the antiphonal division, and it wouldn't be missing anything. But you can also use it with the rest of the organ, and so it just fills the room up with music. I did forget there is one other rank of pipes up here. It's our centennial trumpets. You'll see them; they stick out the front of the chest, and they work, and they're a nice addition. Because we did already have a trumpet en chamade with the original organ install in the front, and this gives us a trumpet en chamade, which is a trumpet that's facing out towards the congregation, and you can use those together in a call and response kind of deal, or just if the bride's coming down the aisle, that trumpet blasting out behind her really gives a nice feeling. And so there's a lot of cool stuff we can do with the two trumpets that we have. All right, so we're up in the receipt chamber. As you can see, there's a lot of pipes up here. I think there's over 1,400 pipes up in this chamber. We added some. We added this chest here in the front. It's got a 16-foot bombard pipes, which I believe we already had the upper pipes, but we added another rank, or added it down so we could get to 16 foot. And then we added a trumpet, and I had said we only added a trumpet down below, but I think, and we added a clarinet. So, you know, it really helps fill out the different voices that we have in the organ. And again, you know, you can see the bombard is a reed. This, I forget which pipe this is. Well, this it's part of our mantra, I believe, and it's a flue pipe. But, you know, there's just a lot of pipes up here, and it takes a lot to keep them up. So we're up in the great chamber, which is the big foundation of the organ, you know, and if you'll notice kind of behind, really, these are some of our original 16-foot pipes. Were in the original organ that was put in the 80s. We reused 95% of the pipes that were in that organ when we built this new organ. But down here to my left is the Forniture 4 that we replaced because we took the one that was here and we moved it to the back, and you know, they kind of wanted to see if they could get a little bit different sound up here, and so we replaced this, but we're able to reuse those pipes. And then up here to my right is the Cymbal 3. So between those two stops, you get 7 notes played because you got the Forniture 4 with 4 notes and the Cymbal 3 with 3 notes. And so anytime you play it, like if you play a C, it plays 7 notes there, and they're not all tuned to a C. You know, some of them, like in the Forniture, you know, one of the pipes is tuned to a 5th above, and so they're a little trickier to tuning. I'm not quite at that level yet, but I tune a lot of the other pipes, but I try to stay away from the mixtures unless it really is one that's really bad, and we might give it a shot. But so that's pretty much what we added in here in the grate. Down below, you'll see some of these pipes extend. We're standing on a platform that's about 12 feet in the air, and these pipes extend down to the bottom part of the chamber. And down in the bottom chamber, there's 2 large speakers that help give us some of our bass notes in the big 32s and 16 foots that we have some 16 foots, but we don't have all that, you know, all the voices we might want in 16 foot. Now we're up in the positive chamber, and all this stuff to my right was all existing, and in fact this rank of pipes right here was our tuba, which, as I mentioned before, was lined up right along this wall. We swung it around so it doesn't sound as loud out in the sanctuary, and behind it is one of our special instruments. They don't get to put these in all the time. I think they said the last one they put in was 25 years ago, their company. But this is our tuba. I mean, not our tuba, our French horn. You see it's got a closed top, and it's a reed. And so, but it makes a beautiful sound that you don't always get an organ because to get to where you're putting in a French horn, your organ's got to get to where it's got enough ranks that it really makes sense to put in an organ. Behind it, you'll see our chimes. We had those before, but they are literally just chimes that have a hammer that plays them when you hit the note. And then over here on your right side is 3 ranks of pipes that we added. It's the gamba celeste. Actually, it's 4 ranks because it's got a trumpet, a 16-foot trumpet, and an 8-foot petite trumpet. And so it really, these additions have really filled out our organ and given us lots of different variety that we can get out of the organ and really make it a wonderful instrument.
Thank you so much, Will, for taking us on this tour of the organ. And thank you guys so much for joining us today. Join us next week as Will takes us through setting up for Music Makers Camp.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.